how do you explain, this is a non-Caribbean question, how do you explain the seemingly persistent high levels of unemployment in the U.S. in the face of a stock market as measured by the S&P 500 that rose nearly 30% last year?
Here's the dirty little secret. A lot of workers aren't actually that productive. Now, when times are good, you keep them on. You're reluctant to fire them. You don't always know who they are. They're hard to identify. But when a liquidity crunch comes, as it did in 2008, 2009, you have to lay off some workers. So you put in the time and the effort, you incur the morale costs to find out what are those few percent of people on my team who are either producing nothing or maybe even negatives for morale reasons. And then they got fired. And then they have a negative stigma, which is not fair in every case, but in a lot of cases the person isn't that productive. And we now have a permanently larger group of long-term unemployed. Employers don't want them, even with the economy picking up. When the choice is hire those people or automate, invest in information technology, maybe do something global, maybe just work your existing people harder and pay them more, the choices seem pretty clear. So we're seeing growth now for quite a few years and not seeing rehiring of those people.
And you've said that there is a new reality that every country needs to face, given all of these different influences and these forces at work in the world. That average is no longer good enough. Can you elaborate on that?
We see in virtually every developed economy a big increase in income inequality. So people who are high earners are earning much more. The middle is being thinned out. There are actually a greater number of jobs for lower earners, but they don't always have bright futures. They're service sector jobs, which are okay, but don't give you a career ladder to climb. And people are falling more and more on one side of that divide or the other. And that's what I mean when I say average is over.
And there's no going back to the pre-2008 economies.
I don't think so. I think we can build a better version of our future than what we have now, and we need to do that through education. But that will take a long time. It will be very hard. It will require less complacency for us and a big wake-up call, which we in the United States do not really have ready yet in our minds to do that.